Welcome to Crestview Community TV's Court TV. I'm Ryan Hardy, your Crestview Community TV legal analyst, and today we're watching the miscellaneous court date / VOP court date. You're going to see, by VOP we mean violation of probation, and you're going to see a lot of people this morning who are, a lot of them are going to be incarcerated because they violated their probation. When you violate your probation, you're not entitled to a bond. Doesn't mean you can't get one, it means it's harder to get one. On a new law violation, most people are entitled to a bond, absent some major circumstances. When you violate that probation, though, you're not entitled to a bond, but you can get one. But that leads this court date to having a lot more inmates. Now, when you're called to the podium, a couple things you can do. You can enter a plea to your VOP and say, yes, I did it, I violated my probation. And you can get sentenced. You can ask for a continuance. Let's set this down the road, maybe try to work out some details, maybe try to work out a deal. Or you can ask for a contested VOP hearing, which will be set at a later date in one of the afternoons of this miscellaneous date. Now, VOP hearings are very hard to win. It's a different standard of proof. We don't see a lot of them because it's rather easy for the state to prove if you violated your probation or not. So you're not going to see a lot of contested VOP hearings. Now, in addition to the violations of probation in the mornings, you're going to see some other smaller, shorter hearings, things like bond hearings, or things that don't take a lot of time, normally 15 minutes or less on these morning hearings. Anything longer than that is going to be set to the afternoon.
criminal arraignment docket is designed primarily to just obtain a plea. And so there are a number of individuals who are on the docket this afternoon that do not have attorneys. So for those people, listen up closely here for just a second. So I don't have to repeat over and over again, although I will anyway, probably. As you may or may not know, criminal defendants have a right to an attorney. If they cannot afford one, one will be appointed, although you do have to fill out the application, etc. And for those of you who are here today without an attorney, the first thing I'm going to do is ask you whether you want to have an attorney. And as a general rule, it's always wise to have an attorney in criminal matters, all matters, but particularly criminal matters. And so I do understand that on occasion the state, maybe today some of you have been approached or have spoken with the state to obtain a plea. You have the right to accept that plea if you wish. And the state may announce some of those. As a general rule, those won't go. Those plea offers will not go away. They'll stay with it at least for a little while. But if you do not have an attorney, I'm going to ask you whether you want an attorney, appoint an attorney, and then we'll come back at a later time after you've had a chance to talk with your attorney. We'll enter a plea of not guilty so that you don't give up any of your rights. So that's the main purpose of today's hearing. And then we'll set a time in the next month or so for you to come back on your normal, on a pretrial docket, and you can talk with your attorney between now and then. So with that, you want to do the unappointed?
Inmates just got brought up. I know they have to talk to their inmates. Mr. Medina was wondering if he could just leave his cards on the table.
Sure. Well, okay, so we'll begin with the folks who I have listed that do not have attorneys. So if you'll just come down to the podium when we get through. Ms. Kyla Ahern, if I pronounce that correctly. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, sir.
Did the state announce the case?
Excuse me, yes, Your Honor. This is 23 CF 811. Ms. Ahern is charged with scheme to defraud a financial institution.
And so, as I said, Ms. Ahern, you do have the right to have an attorney. Do you wish to have an attorney appointed, or are you going to hire private counsel?
Mr. Steve Medina is my public defender for another case, so he just gave me an application, and I'm going to fill it out.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and enter a not guilty plea.
Yes, sir.
So that it will preserve your rights, and we'll come back on June 14th for pretrial in the morning, 9 a.m. Okay? That's in 9/12. The 12th of June. My bad. Sorry.
The 12th?
June 12th.
Okay, at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Correct. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We'll skip over the inmates and sound go through. Robert Blackerby. For the state announce, please.
Yes, Your Honor. This is 23 CF 819. Mr. Blackerby is charged with possession of a controlled substance.
Is there an offer out there?
Give me just a second, Your Honor. I don't seem to have the. If you'll give me a second, I can look it up.
So while we're waiting for that, Mr. Blackerby, as I said, you have right to an attorney. You wish to have an attorney. You already got the form filled out. To apply for a public defender, you wish to have a public defender appointed?
Yes.
Okay. So the court's going to go ahead and appoint the public defender. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. And we'll come back on June 12th at 9 a.m. for pretrial, okay?
Yes, sir.
Meet up with your attorney in the interim.
Your Honor, just so Mr. Blackerby's aware, the state is prepared to offer him for a plea as charged today, an adjudication of guilt and credit for time served, $615 in court costs to be paid within 120 days or to further judgment.
What now?
Is that good for the licensure?
So you'll be adjudicated guilty of the offense, but you'll get credit for the time you've already served, no probation, no jail time. But you'll have to pay $615 in court costs in the next 120 days, or it'll go to a lien against you.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do that, or you want to meet with your attorney before you accept that plea offer? It's fine. If you want to talk to your attorney, you can do that.
They need to fill out before they.
But it won't go away, right?
It won't go away. You'll still have the same plea.
All right.
Okay, so I'm appointing an attorney. Meet up with the attorney before you come back on June 12th, and they'll make that offer again, and you can figure out whether it's in your best interest to do that, okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You gotta give them a card now. Yeah.
Jonathan Cantwell. Date would you announce?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jonathan Cantwell. 2023 CF 844.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm showing that he has been moved to Judge Montero's division.
Okay.
It was just done.
Very good. So we'll pass over that one. That's on another division. So Willie Sanders Carter.
Your Honor, I don't see Mr. Carter approaching the podium. However, for the court's knowledge, this is a case that is going to be transferred to county court. Just yesterday, we got the requested certified driving history, and the felony habitual traffic offender offense does not apply to him. So I'm going to be sending this to county court if we want to set this on the next available arraignment to have him come back, and by that time, it should be moved to county court.
You want to do it on our arraignment or the county's arraignment?
Our arraignment, just to keep it as a status to make sure it gets moved, but it should be removed from the docket by then, hopefully.
Okay, so we'll continue this until May 23rd. Is that good? Is that enough time for a week?
That should be
So
sufficient.
that's at 1:30, right?
That's not a plea day for you.
Oh,
It's not a plea day, okay. So you want to do June 15th?
That's fine.
Okay, June 15th at 1:30. Okay. Marcus Clark. Would the state announce, please?
Yes, Your Honor, that is 23 CF 661. Your Honor, Mr. Clark is charged in count 1 with illegal use of personal identification information. In count 2, he's charged with illegal use of personal identification information. In count 3, he's charged with grand theft, $5,000 or more, but less than $10,000. And in count 4, he's charged with scheme to defraud a financial institution.
So, Mr. Clark, you do have a right to a public defender with these charges. You wish to have a public defender appointed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the court's going to appoint you a public defender. As I mentioned before, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea, and we'll come back on June 14th at 9 a.m. I believe there.
Yeah, for you for a direct call from the state.
That's why we're running for it. Okay. June Duncan.
Step back.
June Duncan. With the state announce, please.
Yes, Your Honor, this is
2023 CF 958.
yes, Your Honor. And Ms. Duncan is charged with one count of exploitation of an elderly or disabled adult, less than $10,000. And the state's offer does include 36 months of supervision. I'm unsure if Ms. Duncan's ever been on supervision before, so I don't know if she would have any questions about what probation would entail.
So that's a plea offer that's been made. It will not go away today. But first, let's talk about, do you wish to have an attorney appointed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The court will appoint the public defender. Why don't we just go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, so you have a chance to meet up with your attorney. We'll come back on June 12th at 9 a.m. for pretrial. Make sure and talk to your attorney in the interim. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Kyle Eli.
Your Honor, I do believe that as of yesterday, Mr. Eli does have representation. I think they filed a written plea of not guilty for him yesterday.
Okay. Very good. So we'll come back on June 12th with that. Okay. Craig Fiore, if I'm pronouncing that right. Craig Andrew Fiore. Can you state an ounce on
Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF 930. Mr. Fiore is charged with resisting an officer without violence, burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, and petty theft. Seems as he's not here, the state would request a habeas.
that? Court will issue a no bond habeas.
Thank you.
Janet Foster. State.
Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF 709. Ms. Foster is charged with fugitive from justice. Seeing that she's not here, the state would request a habeas.
We received a not guilty plea from Mr. Powell,
Okay.
and it was processed today. I tried to catch him as quickly as I could.
That's all right.
Okay, thank you.
So Mr. Powell representing her and entering not guilty, come back on our regular June 12th. William Grappy. Am I pronouncing that right? State.
Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF 707. Mr. Grappy is charged with possession of a controlled substance without prescription. I do not see him present, and the state would request a habeas.
Court will enter a no bond habeas. Brandon Kendrick.
Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF 945. Mr. Kendrick is charged with possession of a controlled substance without prescription. I do not see him in the courtroom, and the state would request a habeas.
Court will order a no bond habeas. Gary Kennedy. You have a court date. Got to show up.
Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF 883. Gary Kennedy is charged with damage to property, criminal mischief, and burglary of a structure unarmed with a person inside. I apologize, without a person inside. This case was actually no pros per the victim's request.
Okay, very good. Court will note the no pros. Jordan Kimmel.
Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF 765. Mr. Kimmel is charged with I apologize, I called the wrong case. This is 23 CF 659. Mr. Kimmel is charged with dealing in stolen property. I do not see him in the courtroom requesting habeas.
Court will issue no bond habeas. Michael King.
Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF 947. Mr. King is charged with driving while license suspended with prior convictions. I do not see him in the courtroom and would request a habeas.
Mr. Roscoe, we don't have any information on this case.
I filed the information. I believe it was filed yesterday. If it wasn't filed yesterday, it was filed this morning, and the benchmark just hasn't updated.
All right, I will look for it.
Thank you.
Court will issue no bond habeas. Tyler Pieringer, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Can you spell last name, Judge?
I'm sorry?
It is Pieringer. It's case number 230934, Your Honor. Mr. Pieringer is charged with aggravated child abuse, first-degree felony, and child neglect, a third-degree felony, which would be presumptively an incarcerative sentence. I do not see him here at this time. We'd ask the court to issue no bond habeas.
Court will issue no bond habeas.
Listen, I'm showing that this was transferred from Division 2 to your division. Do you have one on your docket?
I do.
I do as well.
Pieringer.
P-I-R?
Oh,
And we also have the co-defendant. We actually have the co-defendant as well, Your Honor. You passed over her earlier. She's also a no attorney.
What's the name?
That
Did I
one, Your
pass
Honor?
over?
Yes, Your Honor. I was going to bring it to the court's attention when we finish the no attorneys, but it's Ms. Diamond Atkinson, Atkinson, and her case
You're right,
number.
I did.
She's here though. Your
That's
Honor,
23 CF 932.
that is correct, Your Honor.
Is Diamond Atkinson present here in the courtroom? Diamond Atkinson?
Yes, she's approaching, Your Honor.
Oh, she's coming.
And Your Honor, Ms. Atkinson is also charged with a first-degree felony, aggravated child abuse, and a third-degree felony of child neglect.
Ms. Atkinson, you do have a right, as I mentioned, to an attorney. You wish to have an attorney appointed? Court will appoint the public defender. Court's going to issue a not guilty plea on your behalf. We'll come back on June 12th at 9 a.m. and just try and meet up with your attorney in the interim, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
So June 12th, I come back here.
Yes, ma'am, 9 a.m. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And as for Mr. Pieringer,
Yes.
did you issue a habeas?
Yes. Yes. Case, you want to do the ones that are here out, not inmates, or you want me to do inmates that don't have attorneys?
We can, Your Honor. I'm going to be honest with the court. I'm going to probably need a little bit of time. I haven't had the chance to meet with people this afternoon, and I've got some like plea agreements I want to sign.
Okay.
No attorney, Your Honor?
Let's do no attorney with inmates. First one is Mr. Atkins. Oh, that's Mr. Medina, sorry.
Okay, can you look up all the ones without attorneys? 47, 52, 57.
60, I think these are all things.
My first one is Diamond DeWitt. Ron DeWitt.
It's probably the first one on yours, but
We can do this.
Glorious Berry is who I have. That's the number.
Barry?
Oh. Disregard, unless I already have an attorney, it's just not showing on my form. So there's one.
Mr. Medina.
Yeah, he's in there.
I was looking at Mr. Bates' cases. Is that what you were
No, I'm looking at inmates with no
That are out there. Oh, while we wait for that, evidently there's some in the gallery that say they don't have an attorney and haven't been called yet, so maybe they've been assigned to an attorney in the meantime.
Okay, why don't we get them up here? Who believes they're supposed to be here that don't have an attorney? Okay, come on forward, ma'am. Just take one at a time. Hold on a second. Just we'll take them up as soon as we go. Come on. Come all the way to the podium. Would you give us your name?
Eric, you didn't call me.
I know. What's your last name? So I can see if you're on the docket.
Kelly.
Kelly?
Erica Kelly's with me, Your Honor.
What's that?
Erica Kelly's my client.
Okay. That's your attorney. We're going to call you in a little while. Okay?
Just have
That's
this
all right.
Want me to give it to her now, the paperwork?
Yes, sir.
Basham Hampton.
Hampton?
Also mine, Your Honor.
Okay.
There's a paperwork.
It's your attorney. Yes, sir?
Your Honor, my name is John L. Chapman, C.J.P.
Okay. Do you have an attorney, Mr. Chapman?
They appointed me two public defenders, but I haven't talked to but one of them.
Okay. Well, the one is here, and he's
John
meeting with
Chapman.
another client, but he will get up with you, so.
Thank you, sir.
Hang tight.
Okay, I will.
So he's here.
Okay.
Okay, it's all right. Yes, sir.
David Golden?
Golden?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an attorney, Mr. Golden? No?
Not right now, sir. But I will get my own attorney.
Your Honor, he's for some odd reason listed at the front of the docket with no attorney whatsoever. Doesn't show no attorney, doesn't show attorney listed. He's just on the docket.
Where is he, which docket? I don't see Golden.
It should be the very first one. At least that's the way I saw him on the docket.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Benchmark just has it blank on attorney.
Mr. Golden, by any chance, do you have a case number?
Your Honor, I do have the case number.
This is it?
Yes, sir.
So does he have a hearing scheduled for today?
Yes, sir. He's on the docket, but they didn't put anything in the system as far as counsel. They have to put something.
Sure, that's all right. We'll get it.
So.
Where's the case? Do you have? Oh, okay. So this is case 23 CF 662. Is that your case, counsel?
That's
for the
correct.
state? Okay. So, Mr. Golden, I don't know why you're a little mixed up in the system, but you do have a right to an attorney with this charge. You wish to have an attorney appointed. Did you say you were going to hire your own attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, has an information been filed? So, do you wish to enter a not guilty plea, and then we'll come back, we'll set you for
Absolutely.
pre-trial?
Yes, sir.
So we'll
Not
come
guilty.
back on June 12th at 9 a.m.
Yes,
June
sir.
12th. Make sure and get up with your attorney and let them know what's going on. Just say you've entered a not guilty plea, and you come back, that's the pre-trial, that's the first kind of.
Yes, sir.
First of the cycle. He'll know what to do, he or she.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Godwin? Christopher Godwin?
Okay. With the state announced, this is,
Yes, Your Honor, this is case number 23 CF 682. Mr. Godwin is charged with possession of controlled substances without a prescription and paraphernalia. Your Honor, the offer, if he wants to plead, is an adjudication of guilt as charged, 2 years probation, $615 court costs, the public defender fee if applicable. It doesn't look like the PD has been appointed. During probation, he has to get a substance abuse evaluation and a recommended treatment, and serve 24 hours of community service.
so, Mr. Godwin, you do have a right to have an attorney appointed. You wish to have an attorney appointed? You want me to appoint you a public defender, or you want to accept the state's plea?
If I'm gonna accept the state's plea, that's what I'll do, 2 years probation, sir.
We need to commit this to a writing.
I apologize, Judge, I didn't hear what he said. He said he wants to.
He said he would accept the plea.
Okay, if we pass the case, Judge, I will go ahead and wrap this up.
Okay. So, Mr. Godwin, we just need to put together a plea agreement, so formalized so you can sign. If you'll just hang with us for a little while, we'll get this plea agreement completed, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Greenlee, would the state announce?
Your Honor, this is Mr. Jason Greenlee, case number 23CF758. He's charged with felony battery and resisting an officer without violence. The offer today, if he wants to plead, is a withhold of adjudication, 2 years probation, $967 court cost, a substance abuse evaluation, and recommended treatment. Cost of investigation to Niceville PD in the amount of $64.05, and no contact with Heather Smith. He would also have to participate in a battery intervention program.
Okay. So, Mr. Greenlee, you do have a right to have an attorney appointed in these matters. If you wish to have an attorney appointed, you want to hire private counsel. The state has made an offer. I don't know if you heard them fully or if you're comfortable with the offer from the state. What do you think?
So I can get out today if I can take this deal?
Yes, sir, you could. Will be 2 years probation and court costs. And while you're on probation, you'd have to do a substance abuse evaluation and follow any treatment. Or you can meet up with your attorney, come back in a couple weeks, the same offer will be on the table. And maybe, your attorney could even change it a little bit.
Come back in a couple of weeks, you say?
Or actually, you would come back on June 14th.
14th. Can I have some time to think about it?
Sure can. So I'm going to appoint you a public defender, okay? I see you want a public defender, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then we'll come back on June 14th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Did you hear me?
DeWitt.
DeWitt.
Your Honor, I believe this is 23 CF 688 State of Florida versus Rhonda DeWitt.
Correct.
Ms. DeWitt is charged in count 1 with possession of a controlled substance. In count 2, she's charged with possession of drug paraphernalia.
So, Ms. DeWitt, you do have a right to have an attorney appointed in this case. I think the state may have a plea offer if you want to listen to it, or you want to meet up with your attorney before discussing
I'll listen.
it. Okay.
Yes, sir. So the state's requesting a plea is charged, but we would ask the court to withhold adjudication. We would ask the court to place Ms. DeWitt on 24 months of probation with the court costs, which are $615, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, and any treatment to begin within 60, 24 hours of community service, a 6-month driver's license suspension, and we would ask for her to maintain gainful employment or complete 2 job applications a week, Your Honor.
Did you understand all that, ma'am?
I did, Your Honor.
What do you think?
I
You want
mean,
to talk to your attorney? No, you don't want to talk to him?
No, I don't want to wait any longer.
So you want to accept the plea?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do, Mr. Witt, we need to commit that to writing. So if you'll just hang tight a little bit, we'll get this done today.
All right.
Kessinger's the last one I have here. Unrepresented.
I think Your Honor, I think they handled him this morning, and I think he had a plea day last month.
Your Honor, to provide some clarity, he does have a VOP that was called this morning. However, he's also set for plea day this afternoon. I didn't hear him enter a plea as to the new charge, which is fentanyl trafficking. I'm not sure if the court wants to call him back out for that.
I don't know if he's here, though. He may have gone back this morning.
Do we have Kessinger here?
DJ, do we have Kessinger?
Do we still have Kessinger here, DJ?
Dakota Kessinger.
Is that Kessinger from this morning? No, he went back.
Because he's not represented by counsel.
Are you who's representing him on the other?
He's intent on hiring private counsel, Your Honor.
That's what I can bring him back. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to continue this until
The next one is.
we don't have any arrangements in 2 days.
For May 18th? No, sir. It's just a miscellaneous criminal. I mean, that's your, May 18th date.
Let's just bring him back on June 15th, on June 20th.
Is for the carryover.
Right.
June 20th?
That's when his VOPs are scheduled for, Your Honor.
That's when his VOP was. Okay. So why don't we track him with the VOP? So that would be in the morning. So we'll do it at 9 o'clock. Continue till June 20th at 9 a.m. I don't know how we miss that.
Do you want to take a recess until the public defenders are filed?
Sure, we can do that. This is a good time. Did a good.
Yes, Your Honor. Give me plenty of time to meet and talk.
Okay, so I will be standing by. Just let Dale know, and he will call me. I'll come around.
All rise, please. Circuit Court's in recess.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Island's burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning. So come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning, so come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Backbone Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Island's burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning, so come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning, so come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning, so come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bathos Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Island's burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
From Tom's Main Street Ice Cream, inviting you to come down and get yourself a banana split, shakes, malts, and we're only a block south of the courthouse. And we have too many flavors to even start mentioning, so come on down and take a look.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
What do I write?
$50,
I can't say 50 and not tell the judge what the
the
second
first
50.
50 on the EE fee
Yeah.
is gonna be like the affidavit, the indigency act.
Oh, the application?
Yes.
Oh, because it's a separate application?
Yes,
Got
it's
it.
a separate division, so
Okay,
just be
all right.
charged.
Got it. All right. That's not covered on under the same application?
Not usually,
Okay, okay.
because this is a county court case.
All right, yeah. Okay, well, as long as he can get it resolved, he'll be delighted. So, Deputy, I'm ready with inmates, all ready to go.
I've got a note off to the side to ask the judge if he will accept it.
Except what?
The $50 application for the county court case because of the felony case.
You mean that if he'll do allow him to play out well, I'd ask him anyway, so,
Okay.
you know, yeah. Obviously, he doesn't have to. Thank you. You know, I'm probably one of the rare people that, I think my dad was a probation officer and my sister was a deputy clerk. We had Brevard County well taken care of, and then Leon County with my dad.
Your poor dad.
Yeah.
I think he's got it worse than any of us.
Well, he's retired now, so he's forgot all the bad parts. Yeah. What's your name, man? Oh, okay, good. So, excuse me, Ms. Diaz is here. Do you want to speak to the prosecutor? Do you have the right to do that?
Yeah.
And I also have some out of custody, 2 or 3, but only one of them I'm sure is here. So we'll wait as long as possible on the other 2. What's your name, man?
John Chapman.
Oh, good. I've been calling for you. So I'm kind of busy.
Okay.
Step outside and I'll walk out with you for a minute. I've been calling you all afternoon.
You've been calling me what?
I've been calling your name
Oh,
for the last hour. Okay.
That's what he said.
No, I said.
This is very personal. But that was
You know, the first 3 records.
Guy Walton.
Terrence Cole.
All rise, please. Start recording back in session. Please be seated. Mrs. DeWitt, unrepresented. Deal with the state.
Your Honor, Ms. DeWitt, I did hand it written back to her, and if Ms. DeWitt would like to do this deal, I'm gonna have her sign it now. That's okay.
Okay.
Yes, so, Your Honor, I do have a written plea agreement executed by myself and Ms. DeWitt. At this time, Ms. DeWitt has indicated that she would like to take the state's offer. The state's offer was a withhold of adjudication, 24 months of probation on count 1, credit for time served on count 2, which is a misdemeanor possession of paraphernalia, $615 in court cost on count 1, and I apologize to Ms. DeWitt, I did not put the misdemeanor court cost. And then, Madam Clerk, is that $275?
Well, is she being charged with count 1?
Yes. Oh, so it's just one, sorry. Sorry, Judge. It's substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, and any recommended treatment to begin within 60 days, brain and ear analysis, 6-month driver's license suspension, 24 hours of community service at work, which may be bought out with statutory rate, no firearms during supervision, Your Honor. This is not a downward departure. Ms. DeWitt scores 16.8 points. And Ms. DeWitt has indicated that she would like to take this if the court will accept it. May I approach the plea agreement and the score sheet?
So, Ms. DeWitt, let me just swear you in. I just need to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
You swear or affirm that the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. So, you heard your attorney, not your attorney, excuse me, the state attorney outline the terms of your plea agreement, and I see that that same Those same terms are contained in the document. It's called the sentence recommendation. It's actually a plea and sentencing agreement that you have signed. So my first question is, did you read through this document titled sentence recommendation?
Yes, I did.
Do you have any questions about it? Do you understand that by entering this plea agreement here today, you're waiving some valuable rights?
Yeah.
You're waiving the rights to go to a trial, to contest this, to force the state to prove their case. You believe this is in your best interest?
Yes.
And I know you're not a lawyer, but do you feel like you understand the
Yeah.
terms of this plea agreement? And do you have any questions regarding this plea agreement?
No.
And how it will affect you? No?
No.
So you believe this is in your best interest to enter into this plea agreement today?
Yes.
Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept the plea agreement. There will be a withhold of adjudication, 24 months probation on count 1, credit for time served on count 2, so that means you don't need to do anything further on that. And then you've got the court cost. It is important that you do a substance abuse evaluation. It's a condition of this probation within 30 days, and then any recommended treatment within 60 days, and then random urinalysis, etc. Community service hours, and other things that are contained in here. Any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Christopher Godwin.
Your Honor, may I approach the podium?
You may.
Thank you. Mr. Godwin, this is the agreement that we discussed earlier. So, as you can see, we plead no contest and you'll be adjudicated guilty. We plead no contest to the charge of possession of controlled substance without a prescription of prohibited felony, possession of equipment, that's a misdemeanor. These are the maximums that we could You're getting dedicated to serve 2 years of probation, $15 per card, including substance abuse eval, any follow-up treatment, and 24 hours of community service. You want to take a second to read through this? That would be a question to ask the judge. She's wondering what his pretrial conference that's scheduled for June 12th, what that is.
Your pretrial conference is currently scheduled for the 14th of June. But what you would be doing today, if you accept this plea, that will be a final resolution of your case. You won't have to come back on the 14th. Okay. It'll be done. I mean, you're going to be on probation, right? But the actual case will be resolved, and then you just got to follow through with the terms that have been outlined and you would agree to. I'm going to ask you a few questions to make sure you understand it before I accept it. So are you inclined to accept the plea agreement? Yes, sir. Okay.
He's represented by Mr. Gates as of today. The application was just done today.
Well, we're not going to appoint an attorney.
Okay.
So he doesn't get charged the $100. Okay. So has he signed it?
He has. Can I show where it's signed?
Yes.
Sir, you will just sign right now. And then what dates?
Doesn't go into the system.
Yes.
So it's 516. No, I don't. Thank you, sir. And here's the score sheet.
And this is not a downward departure, counsel?
It is not a downward departure. He does not score DOC.
Okay, very good. So, Mr. Godwin, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I just want you to put your hands down. I just want to make sure you understand what you're pleading to here today, and that you're entering into it freely and voluntarily. That's the purpose of these questions, okay? So, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and these terms are contained in the document that you just signed. Is that your understanding of what the plea agreement is?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you in agreement with that? Do you want to enter into that, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me just say to you at the outset that you don't have to accept this plea agreement here today. If you want to meet up with your attorney before you accept it, you can do that. But if you want to enter into it today, get it resolved, you can do that.
Yeah.
You want to proceed today?
Yeah, I'd rather get it resolved today.
Counsel?
And Your Honor, just for purpose of the record, I'm not his attorney.
Yeah.
Did I say, I'm glad that he doesn't, he actually has an attorney.
Oh, okay.
Did I refer to you as the attorney? Okay, I apologize.
You are
The state attorney.
He said, no, you're not.
You actually, he applied and you were appointed, but I'm not appointing, so that he doesn't get charged with stuff.
I have no objection to that, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Godwin, let me be clear. The gentleman you were talking to is not your attorney. As a matter of fact, he's not even on your side. He's on the state's side. He's the state attorney's attorney. Okay, do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was explaining it to you, but if you have any questions, you ask me. Don't rely on him because he's not your attorney, right? Okay, right. I thought you understood that, but I don't want you to be mistaken on that. Nobody's trying to trick you here. We want to make sure everything's straight above board on this, okay? So, you heard him state the terms of the plea agreement. The main thing is you got 2 years of probation, then the substance abuse evaluation and fees and costs, plus some community service hours. Okay, you understand that? So you will be able to get out of jail immediately, unless you're being held on something else. But on this case, you'll be able to get out immediately. When you do get out, you need to get over, sign in with probation, start following through, make sure you check in, do all that so you can be successful. You also have to, you want to get out, you freeze the bird and everything, and you forget that you got to sign up for that evaluation. Don't forget that, okay? Within a month, you got to do that evaluation and then follow through on that, okay? And they're already slow as anyway to get you going on the evaluation on a good day. So you got to get right over there and do that. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're waiving the right to go to a trial. This will be a final adjudication of your case. You understand that?
I understand that, Your Honor.
And there will be an adjudication of guilt in this. You understand that you're adjudicated guilty. That does have some impact on your record. You understand that? Okay. So do you have any other questions regarding, I know you're not a lawyer and reading all this legal stuff going on. Do you have any questions about what you're doing?
Not really.
Okay. You believe this is in your best interest to enter into this plea?
Absolutely.
Okay, very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea and sentence you pursuant to this plea recommendation agreement, and court will order you to serve 2 years on standard probation and the fees and costs and the other conditions. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck.
Let's get your fingers. Go ahead and dry your fingertips off.
Okay. So, Mr. Medina, you want to do your out of custody? I think we were going to do
Sure,
that
Your Honor.
first.
Whatever the court preferences. That's fine, Your Honor. John Chapman.
Okay.
And then after him will be Michael Duncan, who's here. Good. Your Honor, John L. Chapman is before the court in 23 CF 917, and he's going to be entering a plea of not guilty, and he's set for June 12th, and we can leave him on that court date. You understand that, court? Absolutely.
Okay. The court court will enter a not guilty plea and will come back on June 14th.
Thank you, Your Honor. June 12th, Your Honor, I think.
Was June 12th, excuse me. Sorry.
June 12th, right?
June 12th at 9 a.m. 12, 1, 2.
12, 9, 8. Okay. Very good, man. All right, make that point. And next is Michael Duncan.
What about Terrence Cole? Did we do that this morning?
I do not know where Terrence Cole is or if he was on the docket. I had
He
it.
is on the docket.
I had he was on the afternoon docket, and I don't have any information. I've called.
Okay, let's do this one, and then we do need to do that.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, Michael H. Duncan Jr. before the court in 23 CF 912. We need to meet. I would enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf at this time, and he can remain on the June 12th docket at 9 a.m. And he has my card and will set an appointment.
Very good. Continue this case to the pretrial, June 12th at 9 a.m. Okay?
Thank you.
No. Thank you. And so, Terrence Cole in the audience.
There was a Thomas Cole on the morning docket. I think it might be a different person, Your Honor.
I believe you're correct. This is Terrence Cole, 23 CF 942. State?
Your Honor, the state's going to requesting a no bond capias.
Court order, no bond capias. Okay. Frost? Mr. Gates. Those are all your out of custody, right, Mr. Medina?
To my knowledge, Your Honor.
Mr. Gates?
Yeah, where do you go? Your Honor, Mr. Gates has stepped into the back room. I bet he'll be back in a second.
You want to do one of your inmates, Mr. Medina?
Let's see if, you want to do Jenny Baker?
Yes, sir. However the court ready, male, female, however you want to do it.
We'll do that until Mr. Gates gets back.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm all ready to go on my inmates, Your Honor.
Okay.
Knock on wood.
First one is Jenny Baker.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, Jenny L. Baker's before the court in 23 CF 712, 23 CF 713, and 22 CF 2998. The state did make one change to the agreement that I discussed with her. May I have a moment at the podium?
You may.
Your Honor, Ms. Baker is signing the agreement that's been previously signed by the state that I've gone over with her. You'll sign over there. And I'm going to give probation a copy. And Your Honor, I'm going to... You have a copy now.
This one?
Yeah, just hold on to your copy. But it's adding no contact with Madison Park. Okay? May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
And do we have a score sheet for her?
Yes.
I'll approach with the agreement, Your Honor, and then get the score sheet if I may. Okay. Thank you. I apologize, Judge.
Thank you. Would you please announce the plea, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor. Under this agreement, Jenny Lynn Baker will be resolving the VOPs in 22 CF 2998, as well as the new law grand theft charges in 23 CF 712 and 713. There will be a withhold of adjudication as charged on the felonies. So she will, to my knowledge, not become a convicted felon. You're not already one, but don't violate. Reinstate and modify on the felony VOP, adjudication of guilt, and revoke and terminate for time served on the misdemeanor VOP. And there will be a new concurrent term of, I don't know if I filled in the blank for the state, for the probation, but it's 18 months. It's 18 months community control followed by 12 months of drug offender probation. That was what I had discussed with her was anticipated, but I did fill in the blank on her copy. 50 hours community service, no trespassing at target, anti-theft class, complete the original terms and conditions, and those were from 22 CF 2998. $100 cost of prosecution, $515 in court costs times 2 for the new law cases, total of $350 public defender fees, no contact with Madison Parker.
Just point of clarification, Mr. Medina, it says new concurrent term of 18 months followed by, what is it concurrent with?
All felony counts are the same. I probably
So
didn't
all
need that
those-
word. It's just basically there was the felony VOP and then the 2 grand thefts.
So all three
of those are the
felonies.
same. Yes, it was.
And they're all concurrent.
Yes, correct, Your Honor.
Just wanted to make sure.
That was what it was intended to say.
Okay. So is the state in agreement?
That is the state's agreement.
Okay, Ms. Baker, would you raise your right hand? I need to ask you a few questions. Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So, you heard your attorney, you can put your hand down. You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
And I see that you have signed the written plea agreement that contains those same terms.
Yes, sir.
Have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney to make sure you had all your legal questions answered about it?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this plea agreement, it's the final adjudication of all these cases, but you're all waiving the right to go to a trial on it, force the state to prove their case and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
And you believe that's in your best interest to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, she didn't adjudicate on the VOP because it was a prior withhold.
Only on the misdemeanor VOP. The felony VOP will remain withhold under the language withhold adjudication as charged on felonies. That was intended to also encompass the count 1 felony under the felony VOP in 22 CF 2998.
Withhold adjudication as charged, on felonies.
Yes, sir. I have to withhold on that one.
But adjudication of guilt and revoke and terminate on the misdemeanor. Okay, so it states it clearly. Okay, thank you for that. We want to make sure you understand what you're doing. That's the main thing we're doing here. There's a lot of detail goes into this, and it's important for you.
Yes, sir.
Whether or not if you're a convicted felon, that's different than not.
Yes, sir.
Particularly as you go forward in the future. So that's all your understanding of what the plea agreement is? You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea agreement? You've had all your questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're on, the probation. You know how this goes. I just want to make sure you're clear about it. I don't want I'm going to sound threatening here, but I don't want to be. But I want you to be clear about it.
Yes, sir. You're fine.
You're on probation, community control, right? That's what we're doing now, community control. What's next?
And then after is
Yeah, what happens if you violate on this community control? What's going to happen?
prison.
I don't want you to do that. I'm not trying to be cute. I'm being serious.
No, I
That's what's going to, that's the trajectory. Now's the time. So you need to get up every morning. You need to pay attention to your probation officer. You need to stay in good contact. You need to follow through on your appointments. This got to be priority number 1 for you for the next couple of years.
Yes, sir.
So you can get straight on this and get on with your life.
Yes, sir.
If not, it's not going to end well.
I am.
Okay? But you got a chance.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
Your Honor, could she report by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning? Just saying, because I don't think she'll be out in
I
time to
mean,
get.
it's gonna be 4 o'clock, but yeah, just first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock, if you'll go over to the probation. That'll be.
Ms. Baker, where will you be residing?
I'll be residing at 9:30 or 9:30 Central Avenue.
936.
9:30 Central Avenue, the same address.
Okay.
What city?
Fort Walton.
Okay.
Okay.
Ms. Baker, that's yours.
Very good. Any questions, Ms. Baker?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
You ready to get Travis? Do you want to see? Yes, Your Honor, I can take him out of custody.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'll start with Tyree Frost. After Mr. Frost will be Giovanni German. And this is Mr. Frost before the court. We have a plea agreement to be filed in his case. It is not listed on the plea agreement, Your Honor, but Mr. Frost has asked if he could buy out his community service work. May I approach, Your Honor?
That's not a problem, is it?
Guys, we have no objection.
You want to just put it on there?
I can scribble that on there, Your Honor.
Scratch it on. You did such a good job. I appreciate it.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Mr. Frost and I just reviewed the score sheet. We have no objections to that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Would you announce the plea deal?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Frost will be entering a plea no contest as charged in 23 CF 838. It'll be withhold of adjudication. Will be placed on 24 months of probation. We'd ask the court to waive the cost of supervision, standard court cost, PD fee, restitution in the amount of $1,170 to Walmart. It's not listed there, but that is to Walmart. States ask for a minimum monthly payment of $15. 10 hours community service work. We'd ask the court to allow him to buy that out. Maintain gainful employment or complete 4 job applications per week until employed. Anti-theft course, which can be completed online. And then after our conversation this morning, I put in there no direct and intentional contact with both Mr. Taylor Dickman and Ms. Hannah Dickman. They do reside at the same apartment complex, so I wanted to make sure we specified that contact for probation.
Is that the terms of the agreement, counsel?
It is, I believe the restitution is to the
Hannah and Taylor, I apologize,
That's
Hannah and Taylor
correct.
Dickman, Your Honor, not Walmart. That's
To
another.
the Dickmans, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Thank you for clarifying that, counsel. Mr. Frost, would you raise your right hand, please? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement?
Yes.
Yes? You can put your hand down. And I see that that same plea agreement is contained in your written plea agreement
Yes.
that you've signed.
Yes, sir.
Have you read this plea and sentencing agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any questions regarding the plea and
No.
sentencing agreement?
No, sir.
Have you gone over it with your attorney in detail? Make sure you had all your legal questions answered? And you understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, right? To go
Yes,
to a
sir.
trial and confront witnesses, etc. You believe that's in your best interest to enter into that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any further questions?
No, sir.
Nobody coerced you or threatened you to get you to enter into this?
No,
plea,
sir.
did that?
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I apologize.
That's
One
all
more
right.
thing. The victims' names, they don't have the same last name. So one victim's name is Brian Taylor and the other one is Hannah Dickman. Is that?
It was the discovery hasn't listed as both the same, so that's why I wrote the same.
Oh, I apologize. Can we correct it on the written plea agreement?
Sure.
Yes.
We have no objection to the changes.
Whatever, we just want to be as clear as possible.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait till he does it, you just do your initial or something. Okay, so Mr. Brian Taylor and Miss Hannah Dickman, that's
correct.
Correct name, so that's where the no direct and intentional contact, so just stay away from them. You run into them,
Yes,
just
sir.
walk away.
Yes, sir.
Even if they walk up to you, don't engage, don't deal with them. Your freedom's at risk, okay?
I work 2 jobs, so I'm always at work anyway.
Okay, that's good. Okay, do you have any further questions about any of this?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for listening today.
Your next is going to be Giovanni Germain. After Mr. Germain, I say Germain, it's Giovanni German. I'm going to eventually get that right, Your Honor. At this time, Your Honor, we're going to enter a not guilty plea in Mr. German's case. He's currently scheduled for June the 12th for pre-trial.
Very good. The court will enter the not guilty plea, and we'll come back on June 12th at 9 a.m.
Next is going to be April Glenn. That'll be followed by Rashawn Hampton. Rashawn Hampton. Here and telling me I mispronounced it. This is Miss Glenn before the court. We have a plea agreement to be filed in her case. Your Honor, we've reviewed the score sheet. We have no objections to that. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Take your purse off and set it on the bar.
Defense okay with the score sheet?
No objection, Your Honor.
Would you please announce the terms of the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Glenn will be entering a plea of no contest as charged. It's going to be withhold of adjudication based on 24 months of probation. We're going to waive the cost of supervision fee, $550 in court costs, $150 public defender fee, restitution in the amount of $976.06 to Walmart. This is the Walmart one, with a monthly payment of $50 per month, 24 hours community service work, an anti-theft course online, a cost of investigation of $133.14 to the Niceville Police Department, and then we'd ask the court to allow Ms. Glenn to transfer her supervision back to Alabama. She was a legal resident at the time of the offense of Alabama.
Okay. Ma'am, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so no objection to you transferring your probation back to Alabama, but it's not my call. You got to go through probation to do that. You file a form, and you got to give them $100. Giving you more money, you know. I think it costs $100 in order to do that. But I just want you to know that we're not objecting for it. It's not probation, not the court. So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement.
Yes.
Is that your understanding what the plea agreement is?
Yes.
Okay, I see you've signed this written plea agreement. Have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes.
You understand that by entering this plea, you've heard me say it all day long. Waiving the right to go to a trial, confront witnesses. You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea?
Yes, sir, it is.
And you've had all your legal questions answered?
Yes.
State's in agreement with this, right?
This is the state's agreement.
Thank you. Okay, based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be a withhold of adjudication, 24 months probation, court cost as listed, restitution in the amount of $976.06 to Walmart, payable at $50 a month minimum, 24 hours community service work, anti-theft course can be done online, and cost of the investigation to the Niceville Police Department. Okay. Any questions?
Next I've got is
I've got one. I don't know if you skipped over it, but
I'm thinking the court's going to ask about Robin Grantham.
yeah,
In custody.
in custody.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me make sure that's the one I was looking at. Yep. Thank you. So who's this?
This is Rasham Hampton.
Okay, very good.
Hampton.
Got it.
Your Honor, I don't have discovery and offer in the case. Could the state tell me what the offer is, just so I can?
Certainly. I believe I filed discovery in this case. It should be coming to you shortly. The offer is an adjudication of guilt followed by, or it's a supervision offer. So it's an adjudication of guilt, 12 months of drug probation followed by 24 months of standard probation. Credit for time served, $615 court costs, a substance abuse evaluation, a recommended treatment, and maintain gainful employment.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, we're going to enter not guilty plea and have a currently scheduled for June the 12th.
Very good. So court will enter not guilty plea. Come back on June 12th at 9 a.m. Meet up with your attorney in the interim, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, next I've got is going to be Hannah Jaggers. Your Honor, this is Ms. Jaggers before the court in 3 cases. 22 CF3144, which is a violation of probation. 23 CF666, and then 23 CF714. We have a plea agreement to be filed. It's only going to cover cases 22 CF3144 and 23 CF714. It's my expectation the state is actually going to be dismissing or no processing case number 23 CF666. It's a duplicative case for 23 CF714.
Okay, so the clerk is saying the information has not been filed. I don't know whether dismissal is the proper or that it's not going to be filed with.
No prosecution at that point.
That's correct, and the state's announcing a no pros on the record of 23 CF666.
Thank you.
There needs to be no process for a number of reasons.
I was going to say, hopefully I don't have to say that case number again. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may. Thought the clerk would automatically skip that number.
You would think, along with buildings that don't have floor 13.
Yeah, that's right. Would you please announce the terms of the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Jaggers will be entering a admission to 22 CF3144, 23 CF714. We're going to maintain the withhold. She'll be modified and reinstated to her probation, which will be concurrent. $100 cost of prosecution, $150 public defender fee, required to complete the requirements. And then a 23 CF714 plea of no contest to lesser included offense of unlawful possession of the personal identification information of another person. Florida statute 817.5685 for Madam Clerk. 11 months, 29 days probation concurrent, $270 court costs, $100 public defender fee. Ms. Jaggers is entering a plea without having an opportunity to review discovery in that case.
Just point of clarification, just to make sure I understand the way it's worded. It says modify and reinstate probation, and you crossed out 24 months of probation concurrent. I'm a little
Yes, Your Honor. In that original case, she was actually placed on 3 years of probation. It was not a modification and a reduction in that it's reinstated to where she was.
just reinstated. You're finishing up the term of that probation, but they're not adding anything onto it.
No.
But in addition, there's a concurrent 1129 probation and the other with the court costs, etc.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, is that the state's agreement?
It is.
Okay. So, did I swear you in, Ms. Jaggers?
Yes, sir.
Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement.
Yes.
And I see those same terms are contained in your written plea agreement that you've signed. Have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
Gone over it in detail with your attorney? Make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes.
Understand that you're waiving valuable legal rights by entering into this final resolution of your case here today. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea here today?
Yes.
Nobody threatened or court to get you to enter into this? Promised you anything? No? Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. And in case number 22 CF 3144, the court will modify and reinstate probation, some additional costs and fees, complete original requirements. In the other case, 23 CF 714, 1129 probation, also concurrence running at the same time. Again, additional fees and costs. And so this is being done without, really the benefit of discovery. You believe that's in your best interest to do it that way?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Stay in touch with your probation officer. Okay?
All right.
Your Honor, next I've got is Erica Kelly. Remember, this is Miss Erica Kelly before the court.
Your Honor, I've had the pleasure of speaking with the victim in this case, and at this time, we're going to go ahead and issue a null pros on the record.
Very good. Court will accept the null pros.
No objection to that either, Your Honor.
Okay. Good luck, ma'am. You're free to go.
Your Honor, next is going to be Crystal Klosterman. Your Honor, Ms. Klosterman is before the court in 23 CF 909. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Klosterman?
The offer in this case is a withhold of adjudication, 24 months probation, during which you would have to complete an anger management course, a substance abuse evaluation, and any follow-up treatment. I believe it would be $967 court cost, no violent contact with the victim, and no alcohol as a condition of probation.
At this time, we're going to enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Klosterman's case, and it's currently scheduled for June the 12th.
Very good. The court will enter a not guilty plea and we'll come back on June 12th at 9 a.m. In the meantime, meet up with your attorney and kind of figure out where you're going with this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next I've got is Mr. Deontay Knight, Your Honor. There's Mr. Knight before the court. At this time, we're going to enter a not guilty plea. Mr. Knight is currently scheduled for court on June the 12th.
Very good. June 12th at 9 a.m. Court will enter a not guilty plea in his behalf.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that's all the out of custody I have at this time.
Very good. Stay in touch with your attorney, Mr. Knight.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Robert, coming out. Select female inmate.
I can take her.
Okay.
Your Honor, this was granted before the court in 23 CF 928. Ms. Grantham was recently arrested on 23 CF 1073. At this time, we're going to enter a not guilty plea on 23 CF 928. Ask the court to move this to June the 15th to travel with the other case. And I don't know if I've been appointed in 23 CF 1073. If the
Has
court
there been an information filed on the new case?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Mr. Gates is on the case. And there's it is set for plea day on June 15th.
Okay. So we'll come back on June 15th. So that's at 1:30, right? With plea.
Yes, sir.
We'll run them together, and we'll enter a not guilty plea on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Ms. Grantham is interested in trying to resolve both cases as soon as possible. So that's something I'll look at with the state.
Okay, so the state will be prepared. They'll be reviewing it and making whatever they're offering.
Archie Atkins will be next.
go down. I gave you an inmate list, Your Honor. It should be on that.
Your Honor, while we're doing that, can I call one more out of custody? It's Danielle Jamison. She is, I guess, listed. I don't know if she's still in the docket or not. I was representing her. We received a motion for substitution of counsel this morning, this afternoon actually, from Tim Flaherty's office.
As her non-guilty plea was entered, it's 23 CF 845. Mr. Gates is on the case now.
Who was on it before?
Guilty was filed on May 8th by Mr. Gates.
Yes, Your Honor. And then we received notice from Tim Flaherty this morning about substituting. And we've subsequently filed an order relieving the PD as well.
Okay. So we'll come back.
June 12th.
June 12th. June 12th at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, Steve Medina with Archie Horace Adkins. Mr. Adkins is approaching in 23 CF 690, and we worked out an agreement with the state, and he is signing it. This is the copy that's going on. Your Honor, if I may approach with the agreement and score sheet.
Thank you.
And all else, Chairman?
Please.
Your Honor, under the agreement, there will be a withhold adjudication on as charged on the third-degree felony uttering charge. There will be 2 years probation, $515 court costs, $150 public defender fees, 24 hours community service, with a minimum of 8 hours per month, and that's until complete. No contact with Rajendra Patel, and I did spell that, Madam Clerk, in that agreement. No trespassing at any Hancock Whitney Bank. Maintain gainful employment or complete 2 applications per week. Anti-theft class.
State that your agreement.
Yes, that is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Mr. Adkins, would you raise your right hand, sir? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
You heard your attorney, you can put your hand down. You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are contained in the written plea and sentencing agreement that you've signed. First of all, have you read this plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Are you in agreement with the terms of this plea agreement?
Yes, sir, I am.
You understand that by entering into this agreement, you're waiving the right to go to a trial and contest witnesses and all that? This will be a final adjudication of these cases. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. And you withhold adjudication, if I understood it?
That is correct. There'll be a withhold of adjudication.
Yes, sir.
That's part of the plea agreement. Do you have any other questions regarding what the terms are or any other issues?
No, sir.
And you believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Based upon that testimony, the court will withhold adjudication as charged, 2 years probation, $515 court costs, $150 public defender fees, and then 24 months community service at a minimum of 8 hours a month. No contact with Rajendra Patel, no trespassing at any Hancock Whitney Bank, and maintain gainful employment. The no contact is serious, Tone. Even if he reaches out to you, stay away from him, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else to it?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
Your Honor, Brandon Michael Ball is approaching, and we worked this out for withhold adjudication, and I explained to him that complicates the language, so I made some changes, and I just need to make sure it sees the changes. If that's okay.
Sure.
Your Honor, he's signing the agreement that we've been over. That's fine. Yeah, we do need a score sheet. I apologize for the handwriting, but it's in his best interest, Your Honor. Under this agreement, he's going to be getting a withhold of adjudication on as charged on the 2 felony charges. There was one each in 23 CF 252 and 23 CF 679, and it will be done with a special condition language to a 4 months probation that would automatically terminate upon release. And the condition that is added is 4 months Okaloosa jail, and that's concurrent between the 2 felony charges with credit for all time served. 615 court costs, 150 PD fees, and I see an error on that, Madam Clerk. Your Honor, I probably need to take the agreement back. So it should be 615 times 2 and 250 total PD fees, because there's 2 cases, not 1. Do you see that change? So that's times 2. I apologize for that error, Your Honor. I don't think there are any other changes.
Just point of clarification on this. When you have the way, I understand why you're structuring it as a special condition of probation, the 4 months Okaloosa County Jail concurrent with each charge. How does the credit for time served work when it's a special condition?
My understanding is he gets all his credit.
Same thing?
There's no change on to the normal. He gets all his jail credit from the time that he first went to jail on these 2 cases.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because it was kind of a unique, I understand why you're trying to do it, but I just wanted to make sure it wasn't unintended consequence.
Thank you, Your Honor, for clarifying. And my also, as Your Honor, I do not know the arrest date, so if there are any differences between the time served in the 2 cases, and whichever, were you arrested on the same date on both of them, or were they different arrest dates?
Different arrest dates.
Okay, so they're going to be, whichever you had the least jail credit is going to control. You'll have to do the 4 months less the time served. Okay.
Okay. Mr. Ball, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
So the statement agreement on
Yes,
this
Your
plea.
Honor, that's the state's agreement.
Mr. Ball, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are contained in a written plea and sentencing agreement that you signed. I'm sure you signed it. Which you signed. So my question, a couple questions. One, did you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And did you go over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, Your Honor.
Make sure you understand that by entering this, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. But obviously, the benefit of that is you get a final resolution here today.
Yes,
So do you understand, though, that you are waiving some rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Into this?
I understand.
And those are contained in your plea agreement. And you're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. No further questions of your attorney?
No.
Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea. There'll be a withhold of adjudication. There'll be sentenced to 4 months concurrent for each charge in the Okaloosa County Jail. And these will be as special condition of 4 months probation, which will automatically terminate upon release. So, and it will be a withhold based upon the structure. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your Honor, can he have, if I need to write it in there, I can he have 6 months upon release to pay outstanding monetary obligations? Do I need to write that in,
Yeah,
Judge?
probably do. So the
Judge is going to give you some time now before the money goes in your license. Okay. Your Honor, I'm going to add that at the bottom, 6 months to pay monetary obligations upon release prior to going to collections. I wish I could think of a way to word that with less writing.
less words.
Less words. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Okay, I'm sorry. Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Jake Coleman Bell is before the court in 23 CF 674, and he would like to enter a plea of not guilty. My understanding, he has a 12.1 prison offer, and I'm going to be meeting with him and figuring out the best course of action in the near future. He is on the, I would ask to be put on the June 14 pretrial docket, Your Honor.
Very good. The court will accept your plea of not guilty, and we'll continue this matter until pretrial on June 14th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, there was one change to an agreement that I went over with Mr. Berry. It's important, and if I may have a moment. Sure. Your Honor, Steve Medina how do you pronounce your first name? Tavares? Lionel Berry in 23 CF 834. Your Honor, he's signing an agreement that I've been over with him that the state has signed. I think I need a score sheet. Thank you. Make sure you understand that that's changed to adjudication of guilt instead of a withhold on them. You understand that change? So that's on your paperwork too then, right? You want me to just, okay. May I approach with the agreement and Mr. Artlet's rule?
Thank you.
Your Honor, there was significant change. He had been hoping for a withhold of adjudication. The state's position was that it wasn't willing to do a withhold of adjudication. So there would be under this agreement an adjudication of guilt as charged to the felony battery charge. That is significant. My understanding is he's not a convicted felon prior to this agreement if it's accepted by the court, but he believes it's in his best interest nonetheless. I've advised him that we can fight the charges and so forth, but he thinks this is in his best interest to do the agreement. May I approach with the score sheet, Your Honor?
You may.
Thank you. So under the agreement, Your Honor, adjudication of guilt as charged is the agreement with 2 years probation, reserved jurisdiction for 90 days on restitution, no violent contact with Tamara Hernandez, batter's intervention program, psychological evaluation within 60 days with any recommended treatment to commence within 90 days, $970 court costs, $150 public defender fees, and subject to state of probation, of Florida probation approval, he may seek out-of-state transfer pursuant to the interstate compact. Basically, he represents to me that his family may need to move to Tennessee or Kentucky. I explained to him that not only would he have to go through the interstate compact, but state probation in Florida would have to make sure that he had appropriate family ties there. So I don't know the answer to that question. But the court wouldn't, under this agreement, be saying no. It would be up to state of Florida probation and interstate compact to say yes, which is not a given.
Is that the agreement from the state's perspective?
Yes, Your Honor, that is the state's agreement.
Mr. Berry, would you raise your right hand? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those same terms are contained in your written plea agreement that you've signed. Have you read through this plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering into this plea agreement, you're waiving some valuable rights, the right to go to a trial and contest all this? Do you understand that? This will be a final adjudication of your case.
Yes, sir.
And you understand the terms, the main of which is there'll be an adjudication of guilt. That's an important issue. 2 years of probation, and then the state will have 90 days to file something on restitution. You are allowed to have contact with Tamara Hernandez, but there's no violent contact. That basically means they're going to be kind of looking over your shoulder on that. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You must complete batter's intervention program and a psychological evaluation within, the psych eval has to be within 60 days. The batter's intervention program, you need to get on that pretty quick too, because it's a lengthy program. You understand? Had that explained to you?
Yes, sir.
And Your Honor, we put it, he'll have 60 days to get his psychological evaluation. That was to give him a little more time than the normal 30 days, because he's also having to do batter's intervention. There is no specific start date, but that is a difficult program that he'll need to get going on as well.
Probation have any?
Just for clarification, it's going to be a psychological evaluation and not a mental health evaluation.
I use that language because that was the state's language. Does the state see, I don't know if there's a difference. I've never known there to be a difference.
Usually a psych eval is a little bit more in depth than a mental health evaluation.
I don't.
If there was, I wasn't intending for there to be a difference. To me, they were the same, that a mental health evaluation.
I think mental health evaluation is probably what you're looking for, unless it's something specific.
Do we need to change that, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Thank
didn't
you
know that
for
those were two
clarifying
different
that.
types of evaluations.
Okay, so that's.
Okay, so Mr. Berry, do you have any questions concerning any of this?
No, sir.
So, Your Honor, I've lined through psychological with a caret and put MH for mental health.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Hopkins?
Bobbins.
Your Honor, Christopher R. Bobbin is before the court. His new law cases are 23 CF 657 and 23 CF 667. I am not sure, but I'm advised that there may be some redundancy between the two cases. It's very confusing, similar or the same charges, fleeing and eluding. But in any event, he's going to, for purposes of today, in those cases, enter a not guilty plea. I'd note for the record that he also has 3 VOP cases. I'm not sure if they're on the docket for today. They're 21 CF 993, 21 CF 152, and 21 CF 917. He could go ahead and enter a denial on the VOPs, and we could run everything on June 14 together, Your Honor.
These are all on the docket today.
Okay,
Court
thank
will
you.
enter denials for the
Yes.
VOPs, the violation of probation, and not guilty on the 2 new law charges, and we'll come back on all of these on June 14th at 9 a.m. for pretrial.
And I'll be getting with him in the near future, Your Honor.
Very good.
Thank you. Alexander Boss. Alexander J. Boss is before the court in 23 CF 677 and 23 CF 676 and 22 CF 800. My understanding is that he has spent significant time in Alabama DOC. I'm going to be getting with the state, had an initial discussion with Assistant State Attorney Sharpless about how to treat time served, not only prior jail credit here, but also Alabama DOC time. We hopefully can work that out by June 14th. There's no guarantees, but we're endeavoring to do that. If he could go ahead and enter a not guilty plea and bring him back on June 14th, Your Honor.
Very good. The court will accept the not guilty plea on all charges, and we'll come back on a pretrial June 14th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mike Burns.
Your Honor, this is one of Ms. Basso's cases. Mr. Mark S. Burns is approaching. To stand here right here, right on, sir. Thank you. Your Honor, Mr. Burns is before the court in 22 CF 2950, 23 CF 866. My understanding from speaking with Assistant State Attorney Basso is that there is redundancy of charges and there's an intent to consolidate the 2 cases into one set of charges. I'll let her speak to that, but in any event, for purposes of today, he can enter a not guilty plea in both cases, and then we'll go from there. I'll be getting together with him in the near future, and he can be put on pretrial on June 14, Your Honor.
Very good. The court will accept the not guilty plea on both these counts, and we'll come back on pretrial June 14th at 9 a.m.
Even though there's not information, you're just going to consolidate.
No, the information has been filed in 22.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Mr. Burns, hold on.
Right, we did file a motion to consolidate the second case.
Okay.
So for the purposes of a not guilty plea,
What is the information, Your Honor, has been filed. It was a direct issue capias on 22/29/50.
Okay.
The state has already filed on the 11th a motion to consolidate the higher case number into the lower case number because it was a duplicate set of charges.
So, so basically you're intending that the case that will go forward is 866?
No.
No.
It's
Okay.
the one that's already been filed on. It's
Because you said
22/29/50.
Because you said consolidate the higher case number into the lower case, so that's 866. So you said it right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the information was filed in 866 or the other one?
The confusion, Mr. Medina, is 22/29/50 was the first case. That's going to be ultimately then the lower case number. That's the one. That's the information's been filed on that. And then the subsequent case was 23-866.
Okay, Your Honor, so I'm just trying to
The
avoid.
point is, without the information on 866 case, can you enter a not guilty plea if there hasn't been an information filed?
No,
Would
Your
the
Honor.
consolidation somehow affect that, or?
Your Honor, ultimately, the court will just have to grant the consolidation, and then everything will proceed under 22-2950.
Your Honor, if, do
We
we
want
need?
to make sure that he's got his plea correct. Does he have his not guilty plea that covers everything?
So we can do it for 22 CF 2950. What we can do, Your Honor, is as soon as the state, is there gonna be another information? No, I don't think there will be.
No, we've already called the motion to consolidate.
Yeah, so
The order's with him?
the motion is
Would
with
assume
him.
so.
Well, for the benefit and purpose of today, we're going to enter not guilty pleas, and if anything needs to be done, just make a note of this to make sure that it's properly annotated, not guilty at the next hearing. Okay.
Thank you.
It's set for, I'm sorry, in all that, when was it set for?
June 14th.
Good. All right.
Eric Cameron?
The technical question is, what is the effect of the plea when there's consolidation? That's the question, which may not be a question in your mind, apparently it's not, so that's fine. But that was the question. So,
Your Honor, as soon as we get the order on the consolidation, then that case will just be gone.
It's gonna move the need for the plea on not guilty, but we said it just to cover our bases in case.
That's good. Never hurt. Is this Mr. Eric Cameron?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Eric S. Cameron before the court in 23 CF 724. He has a 9-month jail offer. For purposes today, he's going to enter a not guilty plea, and I'm going to get with him in the near future if he could remain on June 14 pre-trial.
Very good. The court will accept the not guilty plea, and we'll set the next court hearing at June 14th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mark Diaz is approaching in 23 CF 831. The state has also agreed to resolve his misdemeanor VOP case, which Madam Clerk has told me is 23 MM 166. It's obviously subject to the court's approval. So I need to explain a couple things to him that are changes, Your Honor, if I may. It'll just take a moment. So, Your Honor, Mr. Diaz understands the change, and he's signing the agreement that we've worked out. Great. And I do need a score sheet, Your Honor.
Because you need just a second with that, I'm adding to Sneaker's violation.
Just, Your Honor, if I may, just hand probation a copy. I think I wrote it down correctly. And Mr. Diaz is a veteran, but this is not a special veterans court arrangement, Your Honor. I will just want to note that for the record. He did serve his country, so hopefully the VA is going to help him with some of these requirements. May I just go ahead and approach with the agreement and start announcing the terms, Your Honor? Your Honor, under the agreement, 23 CF 831 is being resolved, and also 23 MM 166, which is a misdemeanor VOP. Approaching with the score sheet, Your Honor.
That's an agreement on the score sheet?
Yes, Your Honor. And with respect to the adjudication issue, very important to him is there will be a withhold of adjudication as charged. He will have to do 2 years probation, no violent contact with his wife, Cara Diaz, who's in the courtroom and has spoken to Assistant State Attorney Sharpless. There will be no contact with or trespass at the residence or workplace of Richard Calcutta. Mr. Calcutta, as my understanding, was an alleged witness in the case. Batterers Intervention Program, substance abuse evaluation within 60 days with any recommended treatment to commence within 90 days. And that's a little more time than the normal amount, but you'll need to get right on that with the VA to get your evaluation and your Batterers Intervention Program if you're going to be doing it, whoever you're going to be doing that with. 970 court costs, 150 public defender fees, 50 hours community service with a minimum of 8 hours per month until complete. Maintain gainful employment or complete 2 applications per week, unless retired. He represents to me he's 66, retired with Social Security, VA. Are you getting VA benefits too?
I get a benefit from VA.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. There will be a revoke and terminate for the misdemeanor VOP for time served. There's a $50 VOP fee in the misdemeanor case, a $50. Apparently it's a separate application and a fee, and $50 public defender fee in that one.
Very good. Is that the agreement for the state?
Yes, Your Honor, that is the state's agreement.
Mr. Diaz, would you raise your right hand, sir? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. I see those same terms are contained in this written plea agreement, which you have signed. Have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, I have.
And you've gone over it in detail with your attorney? Make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this plea agreement, it's the final resolution of your case, but you are waiving your right and valuable legal rights.
That's correct.
Found in the Constitution, right to confront witnesses, the right to have a trial, the right to have the state prove their case. All those things are being waived in order to enter into this. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
You believe it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes, sir.
You're doing this freely and voluntarily.
Absolutely.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be a withhold of adjudication, revoke and terminate the misdemeanor VOP for time served, and there'll be 2 years probation on the new law charge. No violent contact with Cara Diaz, no contact with or trespass at the residence or workplace of Richard Calcutta, and then a few other, the batter's intervention, substance abuse evaluation within 60 days. Those are all terms of your probation, so you have to jump on those or you'll be violated, okay? No question?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's one, Mr. Diaz.
Good luck.
Have 970, it's 967, if I can just clarify.
Do we need to change that on the agreement? I guess it's an error in his favor, but he can. Do we need to change that? Okay, thank you. Okay, I just changed it to 967 instead of 970. Yes, ma'am. That may be the way the state form is.
James Doherty.
Did you get that change 967, John, instead of 970 on the court costs? Under Steve Medina with James Timothy Daugherty in 23 CF 853. Mr. Daugherty has an agreement worked out with the state. I must say that he had some questions, was somewhat reluctant, but he does want to do the deal in his best interest based on the totality of the situation. But I've advised him, I'm not pressuring him. He's free to go to trial and so forth, but he really wants to get out of jail and wants to take the deal. There was one important addition I needed to explain to him, Your Honor. I want to make sure that he understands it, if I may. Your Honor, I added in a vehicle ignition interlock term, which I'll explain to the court. Thank you. Your Honor, under the agreement, there will be a withhold of adjudication on the felony sale manufacturer, and I never know how to pronounce that, psychoactive mushroom psilocybin. That was a third-degree felony charge, so that's going to be a withhold adjudication on that. There will be an adjudication of guilt as charged on counts 2 and 3, which count 2 was a second conviction, but still a misdemeanor, first-degree misdemeanor DUI. Count 3 was a misdemeanor trespass, first-degree misdemeanor. So they'd be adjudicated guilty on those 2 misdemeanors. 10 days Okaloosa County Jail on count 2, which was a mandated 10 days jail on the DUI. And the state stipulates that he already has the 10 days credit on that. It will be followed by 24 months probation on count 1, the felony charge, and concurrent 11 months, 29 days probation on counts 2 and 3. So that's concurrent as to count 1 and then concurrent as to counts 2 and 3. So he will be doing a total of 24 months probation. The 11 months, 29 doesn't add to the probation term. And so there will be $615 court costs, 150 PD fees. He has to get a substance abuse evaluation within 30 days with any recommended treatment commence within 60 days, 50 hours community service, $1,000. That should be fine. I didn't write in the word fine by accident, Your Honor. Is that understood? On count 2, the DUI count, that's a state mandated minimum fine.
Well, that just put inserted.
Thank you, Your Honor. No trespassing at Boathouse Oyster Bar, 5-year driver's license revocation, victim impact panel, multi-offender DUI school, 10-day vehicle impound, and the state did add the 2-year vehicle ignition interlock requirement. It's also a state requirement by statute. I think that's
this probation include no alcohol use or illegal drugs?
I do not know if that's going to be a standard condition or that wasn't part of a special condition. Is that something?
Standard condition of probation is not to use or possess any intoxicants to access.
So that would certainly
what was the last thing you said?
To access, which would mean that someone could potentially drink alcohol while on probation as long as they're not intoxicated.
Your Honor, the ignition interlock, if he does have a vehicle, he will not be able to drink and use the interlock. I would add,
But I've seen a lot of these plea agreements that say no alcohol consumption. And here we got a DUI and there's not even a mention of alcohol. I'm just trying to inquiring minds inquire. I'm just it's not consistent. But you're telling me it's a more nuanced. It's not no alcohol. The standard is not no alcohol consumption. It's no Intoxication.
In excess, yes, Your Honor.
What does that mean?
Meaning that if they're intoxicated or appear to be drunk, then that will
What is
violate.
the definition of intoxicated? Is it the .08 or is it whatever the probation officer thinks is intoxicated? I don't know, I'm asking, I don't know.
Yes, we would.
The devil's in the details if you're getting violated.
Yes, yes.
You want to know.
Your Honor, just for the record, my understanding is that he did get his test done for blood alcohol level with respect to alcohol and was non-detect. So I don't.
So this is not an issue of alcohol.
It doesn't appear to be an alcohol issue, Your Honor. He represents that he doesn't have an alcohol issue.
And Your Honor, just so the court's aware, if you didn't already know, the state's understanding of DUI schools that it requires the substance abuse classes too, I think. So there will be substance abuse classes required with the DUI school.
And Your Honor, further is that my understanding is, and I've explained to him, is that state probation can require him to give a urine test whenever they want to. I don't know if that would be standard, but I would think they could also give him a breath test if they wanted to.
Okay.
Because he has to comply with any directions, any lawful directions of state probation, which would include if they need to test you, you have to be tested.
That's good.
Okay.
Mr. Doherty, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and it's contained in the written plea and sentencing agreement that you've signed. Have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
Gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Understand you're waiving the right to go to a trial, and this will be a final adjudication of this case?
Yes, sir.
And you're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. State's in agreement.
That is the state's agreement,
Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea agreement, withhold of adjudication. To count one. And adjudication of guilt on counts 2 and 3. Count 2, 10 days in the Okaloosa County Jail. You'll get credit for time served. It's already been served, followed by 24 months probation. And count 1, then concurrent on the other count. Fees and costs, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days. So you're just kind of starting out here. Got a lot of stuff to be done on this probation, right?
Yes, sir.
You've got substance abuse evaluation, probably some classes. Community service, victim impact panel, multi-offender DUI school. So I'm going to accept this plea agreement, and I would say to you that you need to take this seriously.
Yes, sir.
I was surprised when I took the bench in the criminal division. One of the first questions I asked probation was, how many people fail on probation and end up coming back and getting a sentence? You know what the answer to that question is?
40%.
50. Okay. So you got a lot of work to do.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, I take you at your word. I'm not saying you're being dishonest by saying you don't think you have an alcohol problem, but I do note something very significant here.
Yes, sir.
I'm reading this charge. It says second conviction within 5 years. That's a real red flag. So this is your life. We're trying to keep everyone else safe around you. I mean, this is primarily about you.
Yes, sir.
And keeping you safe and one, keeping you out of further trouble. So good luck with it.
Thanks, sir.
Take it serious.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's an additional $438 in costs and a $50 surcharge on that $1,000 fine for the DUI.
Okay.
Why don't you add that in there?
I'm not sure I understand that. The court cost is not $615, it's some other?
It's $615 and there's DUI costs as well.
Okay, so what do I need to add?
$438 for court costs and $50 surcharge on that $1,000 fine.
Okay, Matt, I'm sorry, let me just make sure that I explain that to him. Thank you. $438 in court costs, and also $50 surcharge. $488 more dollars. I'm sorry, you guys are running down. It's all right. Thank you, Madam Clerk. I knew it was something complicated, and I did originally write applicable court costs, but
So I have a question on the docket. I've got one non-inmate, Shane Donaldson. Did we?
Your Honor, we didn't address Shane Donaldson. However, I did look that one up. I believe the PD filed a motion to withdraw, and Mr. Kenneth Brooks filed a notice of appearance and a not guilty plea on 5/15.
Oh, he submitted a written plea?
According to the clerk's website, Your Honor, yes.
I'm assuming the clerk wrote that.
So I.
Y'all get that on?
Very good. I just want to make sure we didn't forget to do something.
Peter Duffus said DUI costs. If he surcharge on the fine. This is Mr. Duffus, Your Honor, with an agreement. There was one change I just wanted to make sure. May I explain it, Judge?
You may.
Back in incarceration, they got out of prison. Your DF score sheet, ma'am. Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
the except state.
All right.
I don't think we have any.
Yeah, there's ones that came in.
Ready to sign?
We'll do the inmates first.
Thank you. I'm going to let you have my copy. Okay. For the first page. I'm sorry, Judge, I'm signing it myself. Thank you, Your Honor, for your indulgence. May I approach?
You may. Thank you.
Your Honor, Peter Duffus is before the court in 22 CF 2915 and 23 CF 774, and I really wanted to note that I am very proud of Mr. Duffus. I haven't pressured him in any ways, but in consultation with his mother and his significant other, he really wants to do his best to remain alive and have a life of sobriety going forward. So rather than taking the easy way out and doing an 8-month jail deal, he wants to, and he's been adamant about this for some time, he wants to go to Phoenix House and try to get a long period of sobriety and learn better coping strategies going forward. So under this agreement, there will be adjudication of guilt as charged. There's a felony possession of controlled substance in both of the cases, as well as a misdemeanor in both cases for paraphernalia. There'll be 3 years concurrent supervision on the felonies with bars to bed Phoenix House, and with the first 9 months upon release, from Phoenix House to be on community control. And it was also added by the state, and I explained to him at the podium, and he's agreed. The remaining supervision after the community control will be on drug offender probation for the remainder.
Okay.
And it will be time served on the misdemeanors, $615 court costs times 2, $250 public defender fees.
State.
That's the state's friend.
Mr. Duffus, would you raise your right hand, sir? You swear all affirmative information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. It's also contained in your written plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
So I'll make sure you've gone over it in detail. I'm pretty sure you have.
Yes, sir.
With your attorney, all your legal questions answered. You understand you're waiving the right to go to a trial, so the final adjudication of your case.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any legal questions or any questions whatsoever regarding the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
You're entering this freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement and hope that you do well. It doesn't always appear this way in the system, but we really do want people to succeed. And, you know, we want you to succeed. We're all in the same community. Just because we got different streets don't mean we ain't in the same community. We got to deal with each other. So we want you to be successful, and court will hope that this structure that you pretty much acknowledged and agreed to will be successful. So there are bars to bed to Phoenix House on the first 3 years of concurrent supervision on felonies. And then the first 9 months upon release from Phoenix House, you'll be on community control. And after that, will be on drug offender probation. Get credit for time served on the misdemeanors and the fees and costs. Good luck.
Matthew Kirkland.
Travis Case, Mr. Matthew Ferkel, Your Honor. I can approach. I have a plea agreement for Mr. Ferkel to sign, Your Honor.
Mr. Gates, did I give you the score sheet already?
No, you were going to amend it.
May I approach, Your Honor? May. Thank you. You may announce, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ferkel will be entering a plea no contest as charged, be adjudicated guilty in counts 1, 2, and 3, which are going to be the felony counts, to be placed on 12 months of drug offender probation concurrent. That'll be followed by 12 months of probation concurrent. We're going to ask the court to waive this cost of supervision. We'll have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., which can be modified for work purposes.
Is that different? Is that curfew different than normal?
Your Honor, it's one that I typically work with is 9 to 6 because most people do work, 7 to 5 job, 8 to 5 job, something like that. It's one that I found works most for most of the clients. I put modify for work purposes for the people that do work overnight. Generally speaking, probation says that the curfew really is meant for them to be at the house about an 8-hour period at a time.
Okay.
In counts 4 and 5, it'll be time served. $615 in court costs, $150 public offender fee, substance abuse evaluation within 90 days of his release, any recommended treatment within 120 days of his release, random analysis, maintain gainful employment, or complete 4 job applications per week. Mr. Ferkel does have a hold from Georgia. He will be likely extradited back to Georgia before he's released. So probation, we need to make sure you get up there ASAP to get him straightened out and instructed.
State?
That's correct. May I approach with the score sheet?
Mr. Ferkel, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and I see it same terms are in your written plea agreement you signed. Have you read this thing closely?
Yes, sir.
Have you gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're waiving the right to go to a trial by entering this? This will be a final adjudication of your case.
Yes, sir.
I believe it's in your best interest to enter into this?
Yes, sir.
Any further legal questions that you have of your attorney?
No, sir.
Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. It will be an adjudication of guilt. And counts 1, 2, and 3, 12 months drug offender probation. For each count, it will be served concurrent, followed by 12 months of probation, also concurrent. And waive the cost of supervision, curfew, will be modified. The misdemeanor counts spread for time served, substance abuse evaluation, any recommended treatment, and UAs, gainful employment, etc. And you do have a hold from guilt, which has nothing to do with this case.
Your Honor, just a point of clarification, is the curfew just for the dock portion of his probation, or is it for the full term of the probation?
It is the drug offender.
Okay. Very good.
And no objections to the sheet, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you.
And this is Mr. Gerald Green before the court. I hope we were going to be able to get Mr. Green's case resolved before today. Unfortunately, at this time, we're going to have to enter a not guilty plea, and he's scheduled for June the 12th. My anticipation is I will probably try the next couple of weeks to get a motion to dismiss filed in Mr. Green's case.
Very good. June 14th at 9 a.m. The court will enter a not guilty plea on his behalf.
And Your Honor, Mr. Green is asking, I thought we had a resolution for Mr. Green's case for a county jail sentence. After speaking to the state, that was no longer an option, it actually was 12-1. And Mr. Green has asked if that was any way to get resolved, and I respect to the state, it's just, they're not going any lower than 12-1.
Well, one thing the only thing I would say to you, sir, and a lot of people don't fully understand this, when you're looking at a plea agreement, it's an agreement between the state and the defense. So the bottom line is I don't have anything to say about it. It's up to them if they agree.
As I said, my anticipation is I'm going to file a motion to dismiss in this case based upon the relevant case law. This is Mr. Michael Hagan before the court. We have a plea agreement to be filed on his case. Governor, may I approach?
Amen. Okay with the plea, the score sheet?
No objection to the score sheet as filed, Your Honor.
Please announce the plea.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hagan is going to be entering a plea no contest as charged in 22 CF 3156 and no contest as charged in 23 CF 756. He'll be adjudicated guilty in all counts and cases. In 22 CF 3156, count 1, which is the felony count, and will be 12 months of drug offender probation concurrent, followed by 24 months of probation concurrent. Waive costs of supervision, Count 2 is time served. Curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., which can be modified for work purposes by probation. That's due during the drug offender probation portion. $5.15 court costs, $150 public defender fee. No trespassing at Walmart at 15017 Emerald Coast Parkway, Destin, Florida 32514. Restitution in the amount of $81.79 to Walmart. And 23 CF 756, again, 12 months drug offender probation concurrent, followed by 24 months of probation concurrent. Waive cost of supervision. Curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., which can be modified for work purposes by probation. $6.15 court costs, $100 public defender fee. Required to do a substance abuse evaluation of 30 days of his release. And you recommend treatment within 60 days of his release. Random year analysis. Maintain gainful employment or complete 4 job applications per week until employed. Mr. Hagan is entering a plea without having an opportunity to review any FTLE reports in his case. And then he does have a pending violation of Walton County and understands that this will be used as part of the violation over there.
Mr. Hagan, would you raise your right hand? Swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
States an agreement as stated.
That's correct.
Very good. Mr. Hagan, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement that I see are contained in the written plea agreement that you have signed. Have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you gone over it in detail with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
Understand that by entering this, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, right to go to a trial, contest it.
Yes, sir.
And this will be a final resolution in your case.
Yes, sir.
You understand that, or you believe that this is in your best interest to do this?
Yes, sir.
You're entering it freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. As to count 1 in 3156, the court will sentence you to 12 months drug offender probation, followed by 24 months of regular probation. It will be concurrent with 23 CF 756, which is also the same thing, 12 months drug offender probation, followed by 24 months. Those are sort of concurrent at the same time, so you're not going to stack on top of one another. Although the 24 is stacked on top of the 12,
yes, sir.
But not the two cases on top of each other. In addition, there's the substance abuse evaluation, standard fees and costs, random UAs, etc. Any questions?
No, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, this way, sir. I gave him, Junior?
Yes, sir.
For the election?
Your Honor, this is Mr. E. Gaimi, pronounced E. Gaimi.
I was wondering how that was pronounced.
Your Honor, we have a plea agreement to be filed to cover the case before the court, as well as case number 20, Madam Clerk, as well as case number 23 CF 1049. The state did file an information in that case. That case is currently set for June the 15th.
Has the information been filed in that one?
The state was obliging in getting that done so that we could resolve both cases today.
Okay.
Your Honor, I did file that information in both cases. The second case was filed on today.
Today.
Correct.
Today.
Counsel, would you announce the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. The court will wait for a copy of the plea agreement before I announce.
Sure.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Please announce.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Igaimi will be pleading no contest as charged in 23 CF 886. Count 1 is grand theft, more than $750 but less than $5,000. And then in 23 CF 1049, count 1 again grand theft, more than $750, less than $5,000. Count 2 is organized fraud, less than $20,000. It'll be a withhold of adjudication, and 23 CF 886 will be placed on 36 months of probation concurrent. We'd ask the court to waive his cost of supervision, 515 court cost, 150 public defender fee, reserve over restitution to T-Mobile. Anti-theft course will be completed online. And then the 23 CF 1049, 3 years of probation concurrent between counts 1 and 2, waive cost of supervision, 515 court costs, 100 public defender fee, reserve over restitution to T-Mobile. Mr. Igaimi is a resident of Texas, so we'd ask the court to allow him to transfer supervision back there. And then he and I haven't had a chance to look at the discovery in the new case yet either. He's entering a plea without that opportunity.
So, in 23 CF, I think I understand this, 23 CF 1049, it's 36 months of probation for each of the 2 charges?
Yes, sir.
Oh, they're concurrent with each other and with the other case?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Igami, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you heard, you can put your hand up. You heard Mr. Gates explain the terms of your plea agreement. I see that's the same terms that are in your written agreement here.
Yes, Your Honor.
You signed. I think you signed. Yes, you signed. So have you read through this?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you, where are you from originally?
Houston, Texas.
Houston?
Yes, sir.
It's like a foreign country sometimes. So you understand that by entering into this plea agreement here today, there'll be a final resolution of your case. You'll be waiving the right to go to a trial, other things like that. Do you understand that's all contained?
Yes, Your Honor.
You believe this is in your best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You're entering into this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement. The court will sentence you to 36 months probation, actually on all 3 counts. They'll all be served concurrent. We've got fees and costs and the reserve for restitution to T-Mobile. And you'll have the opportunity. The court will not object to the transfer to Texas, but you got to go through probation in order to do that.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Michael King.
And Your Honor, looking at the score sheet, the state provided no objections.
Okay, thank you.
I want to apologize, I got the wrong courtroom.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got it situated.
I do.
Save the sheriff's department some work. Tell me your name.
Michael Todd King,
How do
June
you spell his
4th,
last name?
King.
Okay, Mr. King, this is case number 2023-947. What's the case number?
23 CF 947.
Okay. So, you've been charged with driving unsuspended with prior convictions. You do have a right to have an attorney appointed in this matter. If you wish to have an attorney
Yes.
appointed, is the state wanting to make an offer?
Well, Your Honor, would the court be obliged to withdraw the habeas that I issued this
Yes,
morning?
the court is withdrawing the case.
Thank you.
So what happens when you don't show up for court? Capias is basically a pickup order. So, but you were in the wrong frame. That's all right. The court's withdrawing the capias, so you don't have to deal with that. You had to sit here all afternoon. Probably punishment enough.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's offer in this case is an adjudication of guilt, 60 days Okaloosa County Jail, and $515 court costs.
Okay.
So I'm going to jail?
Well, that's what they're offering you, so.
No, I already take it.
Hold on. The court will be glad to, normally what we would do in these situations, offer if you want an attorney, you wish to have an attorney appointed, yes. The court will appoint the public defender, you gotta fill out the form. The court will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf and give you a chance to meet with your attorney. And you'll come back on June 12th at 9 a.m. At least you'll know what the state is offering and you can kind of figure out where you're going. You do have a right if you wanted to do it, but normally speaking, when they're offering jail, usually you appoint the public defender and let you talk with them. You generally don't want to agree to that without talking with your attorney. Okay? So make sure to get a card and make an appointment with your attorney before you come back on June 12th. Okay?
Tyler Pyringer?
Who is this?
Tyler Pyringer was not here earlier.
I spelled one.
P-I-R. P is in Papa. I-R-I-N-G-E-R. Do you have a public defender or do you
I do. I haven't talked to him at all. It's just hard to reach him.
Who's Pyringer?
Is this from this morning?
1:30 was.
Your Honor, it was on the 1:30 docket. He was listed as a no attorney. He is the co-defendant of Diamond Atkinson, whom the court appointed.
No, I'm just trying to find this.
Your Honor, it's going to be case number 230934. On our docket, it's 23, but I don't know what version you have.
I'm looking, I don't have the docket with me, but I do have it saved in my documents.
What's the case number, Dan?
Your Honor, it's 23-934.
And what are the charges?
Your Honor, the charges are one count of aggravated assault and one count of child neglect, first degree and third degree felony.
It should be in your no attorney section.
Madam Clerk, has he completed the application for the PD?
No, I don't even, I should, this is a transfer from Division 2.
That's correct, because it was the higher case number, and we had the co-defendant here on the lower case number, was Diamond Atkinson, so we did them both.
Sir, you do have a right to have an attorney appointed with this new case. You wish to have an attorney appointed?
If you recommend that.
It's always good to have an attorney. If you
Yes, sir.
can't hire one, I would suggest you accept the public defender.
Yes, sir. Can we provide him an application, if you don't
Yes.
mind, Mr. Bailiff? And, Your Honor, just for the record, Mr. Gates advises me that we may be conflicting off his case, so we'll proceed accordingly. I'm not going to give him my
If there's a
card.
conflict, then it might go to the regional conflict council.
May I ask the question?
Sure.
Don't discuss your case. Don't say anything about your case. Stanley Luke. I thought he was my attorney.
Stan Luke?
Yeah, Stan Luke. He was who I thought my attorney was. That may be on a
Maybe
civil
the
matter.
civil.
Dependency case.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I
Your Honor, he
understand.
does have a dependency case, both he and the mother of the child do, so that's why Mr. Luke comes in.
So he's not your criminal attorney, he's your dependency
I
attorney.
apologize.
That's all right.
So just, Your Honor, may I just advise him, please fully complete that before you leave the courthouse today, and then the clerk will process it, and the court will make sure you've got an attorney.
I can do that. Thank you. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to, for today,
Page
we'll,
19.
pardon?
Page 19.
Yeah, you got to point to her if you
I do have page 19, I don't have anything with the T on
It's a P.
P as in Papa.
P-I-R.
it. Pyramid.
Yes.
You got to point to her case.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we'll appoint the public defender. we're going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf for these, so that you have a chance to meet with your attorney and figure out where you're going with this case. We'll come back though June 12th at 9 a.m.
June 12th.
June 12th, 9 a.m.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Perringer and Ms. Atkinson have no contact orders?
Yes.
Are they together?
I don't think they were here together because I think Ms. Atkinson was here earlier and she's been waiting to talk to Mr. Medina. Mr. Perringer
I want to make sure we're clear.
late and arrived late and sitting in a completely different section. This is one of those where I think it's direct and intentional contact is what we're trying to avoid. Being at the courthouse together.
You guys are giving Mr. Gates a new terminology.
And I like it.
Foisting on him from here on out.
And we just want to make sure, Your Honor, that everybody realizes no contact other than.
Well, Your Honor, may I address the court on that? Because I don't know the facts.
Where is the no contact rule?
It was at first appearances, Your Honor. They have a child in common, or at least a
So
child.
it's part of the free
Part of our
trial
acts.
services.
Yes.
It's a condition of his bond,
Yes, sir.
essentially.
May I inquire, Your Honor, because I don't know anything about this.
I don't either.
But because they are both here, it's my understanding from talking to her that she would like a no contact, change to no violent contact. Is it just reciprocal between the two of them, or is there a?
It's between the two of them, Mr. Medina, because it's the child that they're both charged with aggravated child abuse and child neglect. The child that they have in common, or at least care.
Your Honor, I don't think we can get that changed today until it's investigated. They may each have different counsel concerns, so we probably need to do something to resolve that.
I apologize.
So, you have separate, you're not,
Go ahead.
you all have separate rides here. I assume you're not riding together? Are you riding together?
No, sir.
Okay, so you just need to understand, so you can be clear. When you had the first appearance, and they gave you a bond, and that was a condition of your bond. So if you violate that, they're going to revoke your bond, put you in jail, and not let you out until you resolve your case.
I recall.
So take it seriously. If she calls you, that's still contact. So even if she reaches out to you, stay away. Let's get this resolved.
Of course. The only way I found out was later in work today. My grandmother didn't see the message that she sent saying that I was supposed to be here. And so my grandmother called me around 2:30 saying that I was supposed to be at this address.
Well, you should have been informed at first appearance when your next court hearing was. Just like I'm giving you the next court hearing?
Yes, June 12th.
Okay.
Yes.
The 12th of June, 9 a.m. They should have given you the same thing at first appearance. They didn't. Somebody dropped the ball. Anyway, whatever. You're here. I would do the KPS. You know, main thing is at this point, is get in touch with your attorney. You have to get conflicted out. If there's conflict between, get your attorney, meet with your attorney, and you can resolve this case. Okay?
Understood, sir.
Okay. Any questions?
Not at the moment.
Thank you.
Just have a seat there, we'll give her a head start on
Just think. Anything further for the good of the court? So, the state approach.
Yes.
That's the question.